So hey, this is the second video on how to make Khan exercises. We've gotten it set up, as you can see here, as I'm rushing through these problems. Oh, I got that one wrong. So anyways, here you're at the localhost 8000 and exercise, and we're going to edit this exercise. So you want to bring up a text editor, and so we're going to bring up text wrangler and open up edition 1. So just to see that it actually is working, before I actually get into what all this madness is, I'm just going to write I was here with big explanations, and hopefully I'm going to save it and I'm going to reload this page, and you can see I was here. So it is actually working. Anyways, so we're going to actually explain what each of these means. So this is an HTML page. It's actually a combination of HTML, JavaScript, and some of their own tagging language, but the documentation is pretty well defined, so you could go through it and see what each of these things does. So the best way to learn about it is probably to go to Khan Exercises, to their GitHub account, and then go to down here in the README and look at how to write exercises. And their introduction would give you a layout of what each of these things do. So we're just going to play around with it a bit. So everything is going to be encapsulated within this div clause exercise. So HTML works with tags, if you don't know. So in this case, everything is within this HTML tag and has to be enclosed by tags. That's generally the strict way of doing it. Sometimes you don't have to, but generally you always close the tag in the strict to be proper within HTML. So within this tag and this tag is going to be where all your information for the exercise is going to be located. And so the first thing you could do is make your variables. It's going to be in here, and this is going to make a variable a, and it's going to be a random number between 1 and 10, random integer between 1 and 10, and then you're going to have b, and then another random integer between 1 and 10. You're going to add those, and those are going to be your two variables. So back here it's just going to be, a plus b equals. Okay, so that's, and then you also can define your problem in here, and within that you can also define, now this is a more generic way, but here it's slightly different. You're going to have a div for the question and a div for the solution, and also a div for the hint. So anything within the question is going to appear here. Anything for the solution is, the solution says what is the actual solution. So it's a plus b, you type it in here, so the solution should be 3, and it does. So in this case it's adding these two variables, so if it's not the correct solution it should show that flag and it's add. So then within these tags you're going to have, this is going to be where you're going to throw your hints. So if you want hints, you can say I'd like a hint, and if this is, in this case, this is actually going to their own code, not JavaScript, but their own code. So maybe it might be better to start with something similar, but anyways, it's just showing this hint and showing what 3 plus 4 is graphically, and 7. So let's just edit this, and this is inside here, it's JavaScript, but so the way to, first you make your variables here in this way, and then to show your variables you write the variable tag, and that's going to show what a is, and then you could say b. So I'm going to ask what is a plus b. It's going to be a question mark. I'm going to get rid of this because that's advanced functionality, and then I'm going to write the solution. So I'm asking, actually let's do a multiplication problem. So I'll ask you, what is a times b? And so that's going to ask what is 2 single digit numbers, and then in the solution it should also, it should also be times 2. Okay, so okay, now we're gonna be in the hints. Now, the way that the hints work is so every, how do they say, every top level tag is a hint. So if I put like 3 paragraphs here and I say this is the first hint, this is the second hint, and this is the third hint, it'll show first hint, the second hint, and the third hint. So I'm going to save that, let's reload it, and now it should become a multiplication. What is 8 times 2? I think it's this. So okay, yay. Now if I wanted to continue in 10 times 5, and I was like, I don't know, you can also look here, and you'll see that the first hint, then the second hint, then the third hint. I forgot hint there. So that's how you use, you edit a Khan Academy exercise.